Here in this park, we've got a little corner that's wild and it's been overtaken by a plant you might have seen. This is Alexander, and it's an invasive species brought here by the Romans, and it's taken over my corner where I had a load of wildflowers planted, mostly daffodils. And what happens with Alexander, it just takes over and outcompetes everything. So what I'm doing now is I'm coming in to cut it all back. And what I'm doing is I've got a sickle here and I'm going around grabbing the Alexander low down and I'm cutting it. And it was really unfortunate, last year the council come along and there was a few Alexanders growing and they'd gone to seed, and I was planning to come and remove them and remove all the seed. But what happened is the council come and just run over them with their lawnmowers and they scattered Alexander seeds everywhere, and now my whole wild patch area is just overtaken with Alexanders. So it's really frustrating. So what I'm doing now is now's a good time to cut all the Alexanders back. It's flowered, it's fed the pollinators, and just before it goes to seed, I'm going to cut it. And when you're cutting it, it's really important to grab it and cut it at the bottom. If you use a strimmer, some of these are just forming seeds. If you use a strimmer, you're going to chuck them seeds everywhere. So it's got to be done by hand. And there's no point addressing the Alexander as soon as it starts growing, because if you do, it will just flower again. You need to leave it as late as possible for it to do its business and then cut it back. Alexander is a biennial, so you can get on top of it. And what you need to do is to stop the seeds. So you need to cut and remove once it's seeded, or cut it before it's seeded. And I'm cutting it all back now, but what's going to happen is it's going to try and flower again. So it's going to have another go at producing seeds. So I'm going to have to keep on top of it again. But eventually I will get rid of the majority of this Alexander, just keeping on top of it. But you know, it provides a lot of early nectar for flies, bees and butterflies. So it does have its positive sides, but it just outcompetes everything else. And what you need in nature is biodiversity. We need a mix. And what you end up getting with invasive species is they dominate and take over everything. So yeah, bit of a painstaking process, but before it goes to seed, cut your Alexander back, remove it, and you should get on top of it. Cheers guys, get wild. April's a good time for cutting these Alexanders back, but you also get treated to April showers. Damn it.